Dear Hungarian hosts, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, it's really a great pleasure for me to be here in Budapest and address this impressive audience. First, let me congratulate the Hungarian presidency for organizing this excellent and important conference on European non-dependence, European technology non-dependence, and thank for providing the host nation support. In particular, let me thank our Hungarian colleagues, Siklosi Peter and Kaszthely Gyula and their co-workers for really very professional preparation of this conference. It was really a pleasure to cooperate with you on the EDA side. It seems to me that it becomes a kind of tradition that this unique and wonderful Stefania Palace Conference Center of the Hungarian Ministry of Defense hosts successful events like the last conference on pooling and sharing you, Peter, mentioned. So it looks like we have no any other choice but really have a very successful conference in this place. Hungary has a long tradition in science and technology. Numerous outstanding scientists, including several Nobel Prize winners, were Hungarians. I am very pleased to learn that the representatives from the Hungarian Academy of Science are here with us today as well. As I was told on 19th of May this year, this renowned Academy of Science will award the European Inventor Award, honoring outstanding inventors. Really, what a good news for the European innovation. Now to the topic of our conference, towards a common strategic European technology non-dependence. It seems obvious that technology non-dependence is critical for the development and production of world-class defense systems, meeting the most demanding capability requirements of our forces. We should remember, however, that non-dependence is equally vital for the global competitiveness of the European defense industry and our export autonomy. Although some European nations try to achieve technology non-dependence in dedicated technology areas, we are still lacking a clear vision for technology non-dependence on a European level. In practice, technology non-dependence is rarely entirely achieved, except maybe for a limited number of very critical sectors in some countries. To achieve non-dependence, one needs a vision, an ambitious plan, lots of money, and strong determination. The United States and Japan are excellent examples of countries that meet these preconditions, demonstrating that technology non-dependence can be realized in some critical areas. It is maybe worth to mention as well the cases of China and Russia in this respect. Some examples can also be found in Europe in specific areas like civil airspace and automotive industry. As we all know, the defense sector has its specificities, in particular related to national security. Having access to critical technologies in this domain and having reliable supply chains is a must. The dependence on technologies from outside Europe could limit the availability of some capabilities in Europe. So, in current financial situation, common European approach seems to be a reasonable step forward. When the agency was created in 2004 with the objective to further develop defense capabilities in the field of crisis management for common security and defense policy, strengthening of the European defense technological and industrial base was also identified as a strategic goal. This goal includes promoting research aimed at leadership in critical technologies for future defense capabilities. The European Defense Agency builds on the common approach to innovation development for the benefit of our soldiers and for the benefit of our national budgets as well. You will hear more on this and related topics from my agency colleagues later today and tomorrow. EDA Research and Technology Director Christian Briand will contribute to setting the scene this morning, and he will chair panel discussion to develop the way ahead and make recommendations for the future. To build on concrete cases, our EDA Research and Technology Assistant Directors will moderate subsessions on components, materials, and devices. Coming back to the topic, in a more globalized world, the security of nations is challenged by wider threats than traditional military conflicts. While state-against-state conflicts are no longer an immediate threat, we are challenged, among others, by global terrorism, cyber attacks, regional conflicts, and organized crime. Economic and financial stability can also be included in the perimeter. Dependencies on various technologies make the EU more vulnerable to political changes or natural catastrophes in other regions, increasing the risk. The crisis in Japan, besides its immense human tragedy dimension, has also demonstrated in a dramatic way how critical some tiny, sophisticated microelectronic or even mechanical components or devices and high-tech materials produced in Japan can be to larger systems which cannot function without them. So in order to remain stable, strong and competitive, Europe must aspire to maintain access to those key enabling elements and technologies which are critical to the society and our security in Europe. Like the United States, Europe needs a common policy and strategy for reducing technology dependence. Working together with the European Space Agency and the European Commission on critical space technologies, EDA has already demonstrated its pragmatic approach and added value in this domain. To give an example, in less than 6 months, some key technologies of common interest for non-dependence were identified, prioritized, and commonly addressed through the Commission Research Framework Program. Smarter cooperation guided by a strategy which generates and secures critical key enabling technologies could be a viable approach to make Europe reasonably technologically non-dependent, now and in the future. Such a strategy would have to focus strongly on leveraging synergies between the civil and defense communities to answer challenges posed by the economic crisis. I am looking forward to learn your views on these issues. It is important that constructive conclusions and recommendations are developed to contribute to the way ahead on common European technology non-dependence. As the Chinese proverb says, every long journey begins with the first steps. So let's do this first step together today. Thank you for your kind attention, and I wish you a very successful conference. Thank you.